What's up, people? It's your guy, Pablo Up or Die, coming at you with this video. Listen, I want to say this because when people catching my videos, I just want people to know that anything that I talk about is something that I've experienced myself. I'm not going to get up here. I'm not going to get on these videos and talk about things that I have no idea about. None that I have no idea about. I'm not going to sit up here and judge women and men by their by what I think. I'm going to observe. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically, some of these conversations that I had already experienced it, and I have looked at it and I realized what was good, what was toxic, what was not, what was, you know what I'm saying? The whole shebang of with relationships. I've been in a lot of relationships. I can say that I've been in love twice in my life, maybe 3 times, I'm gonna say. I have found out that learning to love someone could be even bigger than just being in love and falling in love with someone. I can say though, I really had relationships where I felt like I was in love. I want to say this because these are some things that you must watch out for when you're in a relationship. Say you got in a relationship and a person tells you that they love you. They want you to show them how much you love them, but they want you to show them how much you love them by physically checking them. I had a woman in my past who, she didn't feel like I loved her unless I physically checked her. And I wasn't that type of guy to physically check a woman, like grab her up or smack her, or that wasn't my thing. I haven't ever been that type of guy. I had a woman provoke me, physically do something to me where I had to defend myself, and I elbowed her. I was one time and I hit her, and she respected me after doing that, and she took respect to me defending myself and swatting her, and she thought that was a way of love, like me showing her that attention to physically put my hands on her. She was like that. She looked at that like that was a way of love. Like it showed her that I cared. I want to tell y'all something. You should not have to do that to a woman for her to believe that you cared about her. She's been abused. She's been, mistreated, and she's never been showed what true love actually is from her family or from the people that she dealt with in her past. And what I'm going to tell you is, if you meet someone like that, it's a must that you get away from them. And I'm not saying that you don't try to school them about their situation and their problem before you step off, but it's a must that you step off and get away from that type of person, or you could wind up really hurting them or they hurting you. That's one type of love that you have to get away from. It's physical abuse. Physical. You know what I'm saying? Some women really believe that you need to put their hands on them for them to show you that you care about them, vice versa, as well as some males. Another form of love that I ran into, and I'm saying forms of love because we was really in a relationship with that person, and y'all exchanged words of love with each other and put time in. But another thing I've had experienced in my life is a love that was uh, that had no self-esteem. The love that I bumped into was a great person, just great, but had a lack. I'm not going to say had none, but had a lack of self-esteem. And with her having a lack of self-esteem, she became an attention whore. I'm not saying she became a physical whore, but she became an attention whore. You know what I'm saying? She wanted the attention of men. You know, she had to get what should I call it? This word is on my tongue. What is it called? She had to get confirmation from people, and it's another word for it, but I'm just saying confirm. Like, even if you told her, "Damn, you look good, babe. I love you." You know what I mean? You look good tonight. She just couldn't. It wasn't good what you were saying. She had to hear it from every other person around her as well. What you spoke to her about you giving her the esteem wasn't enough. You could, giving it to her wasn't enough. She had to get it from other people. So that's what I mean by an attention whore. She had to have the attention of everybody. She just wasn't satisfied with the attention that was given from the man that she was with. Just vice versa, like the man wasn't satisfied with the attention from the woman that he was getting. So, an attention whore, I ran into that too, and I realized that can be toxic as well. And these people are people that you shouldn't indulge to base your life around or spend the rest of your life with. And I'm saying this, I'm not saying that you should just run off. I'm saying that you should make them acknowledge what they are and what they're doing before you step. And if they don't change, then make your step and step off and move on. I'm only saying don't run away from the person that has problems, because I've done that with a person and it bothered me once that person went all the way downhill. It bothered me. I'm not saying that it was my shit that I didn't tell them. It was just me being who I am and a good heart that I have. I said, damn, maybe I should have explained to them more about themselves. But some people don't take in you telling them about themselves. And I used to be that way. Now, another woman I love that's going to be toxic, that you have to get away from, is a woman or a man that likes drugs. Yes, I said it. I don't care what the drug is. If they do too much of it, some people think that doing a lot of marijuana ain't bad. It's bad. It alters decisions. It's okay to smoke a little bit, but all the time, it alters decisions. It really does. And sometimes you get with a person that does that all the time, and they get defensive. They get paranoid. They become I'm gonna say very paranoid. Paranoid is the main thing. So they might be thinking, even though you're with them, that you're out to get them. And I mean that in a way of, she cheating on me. I said this. I was coming up, I used to listen to Pac a lot. You know what I mean? And I was in the field when I was listening to Pac. And Pac used to say some things, and it was depressing at times. And the things that I listened to became depressing. I became like in this sort of depressing stage. You know what I'm saying? So the mate that you're with, if they're depressing, then that rubs off on you. I brought the Tupac thing up because that was someone I listened to. I'm only saying you have a mate, then your mate would be someone that you listened to. If your mate is on heavy drugs, on any drugs, heavy, then that's what that's what it's going to be, man. Do you imagine all the potheads out here that made all these crazy decisions? Other than that, man, listen, it's your guy, Power Love Self or Die, man. Just tell me what y'all think, man. Have y'all ever experienced, that kind of love? Like, it's different. You got to get away from these people. Peace, power, respect.